Well, this is gonna go immediate siren, 10 million planes. Then here comes the cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, missile. And then, God, I hope it doesn't become like War Game. I really hope it doesn't become like War Game. There's the planes, no surprise.
Air defense here.
Turn these on. Okay, so yep, this is what I was expecting, is the insta nukes at spawns. I knew we'd see it at some point in the game.
Moving out.
Okay, good thing we brought our AA. We're going to bring up Vipers because we have anti-aircraft missiles on those, so we'll hopefully shoot down enemy choppers.
Fast landing assistance. What can I do for you?
I'm kind of more of in an anti-aircraft support role at the moment. Let's set up our AA battery here.
Anti-aircraft here. At your command. AH-1.
So, yeah, players have now been trying to do like an insta-nuke to try to delete forces, and it doesn't look like it worked for these guys. They got 330 points. Could be... And they could have shot down a plane or something, but...
Going hot. Viper ready for combat. Roger. Engage and destroy. AH-1 reporting in. Air defense standing by. Air defense ready for action. Roger.
we shall see.
Waypoint.
Battle's only getting started.
The Viper is in the air. New heading set. Maximum power. Solid copy.
Oh, so now, okay, that's going to be anti-aircraft there.
Flight plan confirmed.
The Cessna, I think it is.
Viper here. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed. Full power.
Wow, they hit one of my Vipers. That's got some good range.
Unloading. New flight plan received.
Alright, our team captured a ton of flags. That's great. Let's bring up a couple of these Hawkeyes now. We'll try artillery in the buildings. I'll try to assist here.
Relocating. Moving.
Bum, bum, bum. There are better top-down strategy games? Oh, than this? Like what? What other games do you like?
Breaker 19. Who needs supplies? Viper is combat ready.
This game's not out yet, technically. This is just a beta. There's a lot of changes that happened since the last one, and hopefully we see even more. I think this game will only get even better over time.
No party without Artie. Viper. Roger that. Sweeping the area. Air defense at your disposal, sir.
Let's do one of these. Call up some prowlers and do a little peeking.
The higher they fly, the further they fall. Inbound.
Gonna do a little AA sweep on the right side for with seed and see what we can find.
Harrier, armed and ready. Proceeding as frag.
And indeed, we found something.
Harrier copies. Harrier here. Send traffic. Over. Copy. Bugging out.
Okay, that was good. Got a kill there on that. Nice.
Viper awaiting mission. Anti-aircraft here.
Have these guys come by one at a time. Yeah, in a game like this, you really need to be zoomed out. Zooming in a lot to see the units and stuff is really more done in the armory and the hangar when you're building your deck. But if you zoom in too much, you're going to miss the chopper and the aircraft coming in on you, or an ATGM missile coming in from a distance. You really got to try to remain zoomed out as much as possible. Third and first person games like this, like Arma, Battlefield, that type of stuff, those will give you those sexy zoom ins.
Viper at your command.
Okay, I noticed India, or Tango, is somewhat ours, but it's ripe for the picking. Oh, we got artillery here.
Anti-aircraft standing by. Roger. Moving out. Copy. Relocating.
Wait. I'm going to try to get Marines up here, and we're going to go in there with these guys. And let's get some cat teams up in these buildings to block this highway. If we put ATGMs in this building, that gives us a good line of sight down that road. And they have AA rounds, so I'm going to keep the choppers back a little bit.
Mobile artillery reporting in. Direct fire on my mark.
Okay, we'll fire on that. No, I haven't heard of a date for the beta to end yet, so right now it's just on forever until further notice.
Here. We're combat ready. Artillery at your command, sir. Artillery on the move.
Chinook. Roger that. On our way to the DZ. Chinook here. Chinook, awaiting mission.
Alright, Marines are arriving.
Chinook,
That's cool as hell. The Chinook can actually drop off teams like on a roof. Or, well, helicopters can drop off teams on a roof and then they can get into a building that way. So you don't have to land next to it and then enter from the ground. Pretty spectacular.
Viper here. Flyby attack initiated. Looking for targets of opportunity. Viper is combat ready. AH-1 standing by. Mobile artillery standing by. Viper ready for combat.
And that's why we put AA missiles on our choppers, to keep them away.
Artillery available, sir.
Chinook is mission ready.
U.S. Marine ready for combat. U.S. Marine, hoorah! U.S. Marine ready for duty. Marines! Marines at your orders, sir. Artillery ready to fire, sir.
Yeah, I see those now.
Waiting mission. Copy. Looking for targets.
Oh, they're running a seed mission.
Anti-aircraft here, at your command. Air defense here. Already there. Viper.
Get a recon drone up.
Affirmative.
Viper at your command. Viper ready for combat. Viper. 5 by 5, lining up for attack. Roger that. Search and destroy. AH-1 standing by.
That's amazing. There was a cat team there, and they weren't able to see those units that came through to hit our Humvees and stuff. Luckily, those aren't... I had some small artillery losses there, but nothing major.
The Viper is in the air.
There's just those Humvees with the arty on it.
Viper is combat ready. Move backwards. Air defense, we're in combat. Air defense in combat. Send your orders.
Oh, no, okay.
All things shall be revealed.
Anti-aircraft here. We're in combat.
We're watching war on TV over here. Check.
Anti-aircraft here. We're engaged. Setting up an attack pattern.
Enemy artillery there. If we can get counter artillery, that'd be sweet. I got an idea, chat.
Turning to new heading. New course set. Air defense, standing by. Anti-aircraft here. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Fast landing assistance. What can I do for you? Air defense ready for action. Radar activated. Looking for contacts.
Let's call in a nuke.
Harrier, mission ready. New heading set. Line of coordinates.
Oh, he's countering their artillery. Or our artillery.
Lancer ready. Let's drop some fireworks. Harrier ready. Jump jet ready. Viper here. Supersonic ground pounder here. Lancer standing by. Affirmative.
I don't think I got it. Thought it was a cruise missile.
Viper at your command. Viper ready for combat.
So there's a button there called bomb. I think maybe the buttons should be different if it's
AH-1 reporting in. Viper.
if there's a different function to that. You can drop a nuke right there.
The Viper is in the air. AH-1 standing by. Flyby attack initiated.
I don't think they have AA in the back where their artillery is. Let's go check that out.
Updated.
Nighttime would be dope. Yeah, nighttime map. Actually, I have seen nighttime maps. I'm pretty sure.
Looking for targets of opportunity.
Those are pretty cool.
Find a coordinates. AH-1 standing by.
Yep.
Viper ready for
Artillery is fleeing and GGing.
Viper awaiting mission.
Got him.
Heading there. We got a clear shot. Heading there. Flying there now. AH-1 reporting in.
Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, we got rid of their artillery and caused a little bit of panic. That's good. And we'll try the B1 again later. 2025 is the release date. Oh, I gotta get that Kiowa out too. I haven't seen enemy choppers in a while though. Well, except for the two I destroyed. They haven't been aggressive. Phase 2 start. Oh, the enemy got 2 points. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Let's try a Prowler over here. We'll keep trying to hit enemy seed.
smoke jet standing by. Changing course. Roger, flying there. Inbound. New bearing set. Flying the coordinates. New heading set.
Did that missile just circle around and like
New course set.
hit my plane in the ass? What the hell was that? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd even hit anything on that one. I only saw it fire one missile. I was more interested in scanning around to make sure it was clear. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't bring out that much artillery and don't clump it up like that. That's an offering. That's a donation. Oh. No, no, no. Don't fire it. No, 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 no. Spread all of that out. That's too much artillery if we don't have that many targets. Put one artillery gun in each part of the forest. Like one here, 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 and here. That's an offering. That's a donation. And that's not even tax deductible. It's a taxable donation. Alright, I think maybe I'll work on the left side and try to cap some of those points. We just pushed into Tango and we hold that now. And then my Marines are there to counterattack when they attack that because it's kind of weak. But we definitely do want Alpha and Charlie, so let's assist with a push there. Let's get an Eagle up, actually.
Turning to new heading. Eagle here.
Shoot him, bro.
Fencing in. Proceeding as frag. Changing course. Flight plan up.
Okay, so they got a bomber out, so that's going to be a tactical nuke again.
Turning to new heading. Proceeding as frag. Roger, flying there. New course set.
Enemy artillery. Alright, counter battery that.
New bearing set.
I think they pulled that back once I pulled out the... Alright, let's try helicopters. Longbow would be good. And a little recon on this side.
Roger that.
Marines standing by. Devil dogs here.
Nice.
Visual feed is up. Waypoint set.
Roger that. Search and destroy.
Eye in the sky.
Longbow is combat ready. Flight plan updated. Roger that. Sweeping the area.
Operator here. Send mission.
Longbow at your command.
We're going to try for another nuke, which means we're going to have to float a few more points. There's our missiles from the Cessna.
New flight plan received. Maximum power.
Shoot down those drones. Good. Bad. What? How does that even happen? It just goes into the dirt? Oh, he moved it, that's why.
Copy.
That'd be why.
Solid copy. Search and destroy.
There it goes.
5 by 5. Lining up for attack.
Maybe we could take Mike and Kilo. Let's go over there.
My gaze pierces cloud and shadow.
Longbow standing by. Longbow copy.
There's a big breach at Mike, Kilo and Mike.
Longbow here. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Longbow awaiting mission. Going hot.
Okay, good. The artillery's still alive. That's good. We spread out. That's good.
Longbow. Full power.
Chinook, reporting in. Approaching the drop zone.
Longbow reporting in. Roger.
I'm gonna try to retake these 2 flags here.
Longbow ready for combat.
Enemy chopper spotted. Awesome.
Chinook, at your command.
Heading there. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed.
Heavy transport here.
Air defense ready for action. Air defense here.
Call my helo Vatican. Flight plan confirmed.
Okay, we shot all that down.
DZ in sight. Prepare to unload.
Lab taking fire. Ain't nothing gonna get
Wow.
in our way.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it, bruh. Nuggets and a Coke? Thanks, dude. War and Red Dragon are similar to this game, true. And World in Conflict, it's
Lab reporting in.
fun, man.
Mission's over. We RTB.
That's a big 10-4. We're moving. Air defense here. We're combat ready. Catch you on the flip-flop. I'm RTB.
RTB. Okay, so we got lots of vehicles coming in. We can get our Vipers up to deal with those.
Lab, awaiting order. Move your asses, maggots! Marines at your command, sir. Anti-aircraft standing by. Radar turned on. Looking for airplanes.
Solid copy.
Lab at your command, sir. Combat patrol underway.
Alright, the enemy's making some offerings to the chopper gods. That's cool to see.
Drone is online.
Viper here. Lab here. We're combat ready. New orders. Advance and secure. Viper. Copy. Looking for target.
Alright, looks like we're relatively clear up to that point. Send up the Marines.
The Viper is in the air. Hoorah!
Alright, let's get aggressive, boys. We gotta start capping positions we're next to, so let's go ahead and try to get into some of those and hold what we got.
Fire and maneuver!
Enemy choppers on the left. Definitely get out some AA for that.
Lab ready for combat.
Looks like we might be doing another phase 2 offering.
Viper. AH-1 standing by. Viper is combat ready.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, brother. Wow, the Vipers just took down an aircraft. Look at that.
New heading set.
Wow. I'm impressed with that. Damn. That airplane was like standing still. That was crazy. First try.
Fire and maneuver. Marines.
That was cool, man. We got a problem with tanks on that right side again. We're gonna need choppers for that right side, longbows, Vipers.
AH-1 reporting in.
Alright, those helicopters definitely earned way more supply. Oh wait, I want this. Nope. No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Alright.
Ain't nothing gonna get in our way.
We'll just bring out the 4.
Let's take the hammer lane. Logistics ready.
Okay, you go.
Last stop. Everybody out.
Alright, let's get some snipers up.
Marines at your command, sir.
Alright, so no more artillery on the right side. That's not working out. They're doing insta-claps on stuff. So what we need is a lot more choppers on the right side. Or, what actually might be better,
Lab standing by. Logi here, send traffic.
is perhaps
It's over. Heading back to base. Lab here. Go ahead. Good copy. Next waypoint received.
if I may be so bold,
Viper ready for combat.
I'm going to call those snipers back. Pinto, if you're in the chat, get up here. I need advice on how to drop a nuke.
Marines standing by. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
User joined your channel.
There you are.
Advance and report.
Pinto,
Okay, I'm here.
I got a billion juicy tanks over here at Uniform. Well, maybe less than that in just a second, but how the hell do I drop a nuke in this game?
Okay, well,
Viper awaiting mission.
you're playing as America, right?
Yeah.
Your command.
You have the B1
Mhm.
with the nuke.
Mm-hmm.
Just call it in like a normal bombing run. I would definitely wait till you have 1,100 points. Call out a
Speed.
seed, or I usually go cheaper route. Call out a global hawk or something. It'll tell you how much AA they have. The key with the B1, you afterburner it
Oh.
the minute it comes in.
Okay.
Now, the problem is if you don't, you have to have that lined up off the bat. You can't change it once it's afterburning because it takes too long. It's too wide of a turn radius. It's gonna get shot down.
So aim it and then burn it? Okay.
Double dogs here.
And then
Viper here.
immediately call back to base.
Viper is
You can get about,
combat
if you don't get damaged, I think you get about 500 points back.
Okay.
So it's very worthwhile if you can sort of keep the plane out, because then you're only 500 and in.
So the bomb isn't it's not a cruise missile, it's a bomb.
Correct.
Mhm.
Now in Russia, it's a cruise missile that's why I don't really like the Russian nuke currently, especially against the U.S. teams that almost always have Patriots, PVADs. It's very hard to actually successfully land it.
Gotcha, okay.
Anti-aircraft standing by.
This right side is collapsing, boys. We're gonna need some support on that right side. Left side, you need AA for the choppers. Right side, you need choppers for the tanks.
U.S. Marine.
Let's get a hand in helmets, not a chair.
And let's go. Marines standing by. Check that building. Viper awaiting mission.
It's gonna be a 2, 4, 6, 8-point offering for them.
U.S. Marine, ready for combat. Establish a base of fire in that building. Get your gear, we're moving out. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Wow.
What's great is if you can get the kills up and counter cap at least 1 or 2, you still have a chance to pull this out.
Marines in combat, what are your orders? Get the fuck up, move! On ass,
You think so?
I think there's a chance.
The Viper is in the air. Roger that. Search and destroy.
Okay, I'm coming over to assist on that right side.
Lock and load. We're moving. Sweeping the area. Copy that. Looking for targets. Lab here. We're combat ready. Anti-aircraft here. At your command. Looking for targets of opportunity. AH-1.
Okay, why are we shooting at buildings?
Viper. Viper, ready for
Not sure why we're shooting at buildings. Okay.
heading there. AH-1 standing by. Viper is combat ready. Already there.
Kiowa is on the warpath. Copy. Looking for targets.
Viper awaiting mission.
Kiowa ready.
Viper at your command. Attack coordinates received. 5 by 5. Lining up for attack.
5 by 5. Lining up for attack.
Setting up an attack pattern. The Viper is in the air. Solid copy. Search and destroy.
No, your counter or your uncapped uniform, so that's good.
Flying to coordinates.
No, it's a Tor.
Viper here.
Pants here, but
Kiowa
whatever.
reporting in.
Those Tor Pansiers, they're
Viper
both of those are
ready for
really
combat.
good AAs.
Viper.
Yeah, it's the coastal battery one too.
Kiowa awaiting mission.
Lab reporting
Something that you might want to consider
in. Lab
with
here.
your Vipers
What?
is they can actually be, you can replace the sidewinders on the pylons for 122 sidearms.
Recon
They only have
here.
about 3,000 meter range, but they are seed.
Thrusting forward.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did not realize that for a long time. So it's really nice. Granted, you kind of lose that AA on the chopper, but I think it's definitely worth it.
AH-1 reporting in.
You can also just bring in a regular W Super Cobra with them,
Bringing the dub.
the dub.
Marines at your orders, sir. Move, shoot, communicate. Lab at your command, sir.
These flags here might be rather.
Let's run them over. Move the fuck out, driver. Full speed.
Heavy transport ready.
Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way.
Flight path updated.
Viper at your command.
Chinook.
Alright.
Viper here. Viper awaiting mission.
Well, still not enough points for me for a nuke, but I am capturing.
Lab here. Go ahead. Let's back out. Lab ready for action. Marines at your command, sir. Marines. Anti-aircraft here.
Players are pretty smart to artillery. I'm feeling like it's just less and less worth it just because everybody's just so aware that if they see it, they just instant counter battery. I see it more often than not, every time.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Already there. Heavy cab, ready to roll. Solid copy, moving out.
AH-1 standing by. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed. Roger that. Sweeping the area.
Anti-aircraft here, at your command. Moving out. U.S. Marines, ready for duty.
Let's try that.
Move up. Abrams, ready to roll.
They're bringing in their choppers in clumps, so we need anti-aircraft missiles.
Heavy cavalry, ready for action.
My eye sees all.
Heavy armor is ready to rumble. M1 Abrams, ready for action.
Viper. Going hot. The Viper is in the air. Flight plan updated.
Heavy cav engaged. Moving to shooting position. U.S. Marine, hoorah! Lab here, go ahead. Heavy armor here, we're engaged.
Yeah, we've lost most of our positions. Got to get aggressive, boys. Got to get a hand in. Too many helmets and too many chairs.
Marines in combat, requesting orders.
And we got too many choppers here unopposed. We got to get some AA up. Got to get some more LAVs in those decks with the
Viper
ADs.
is combat ready. Viper here. Viper ready for combat. AH-1 reporting in. Viper awaiting mission.
Marines at your command, sir. New orders, we lead the assault.
We need more ways to delete buildings, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many roadblocks.
Marines in
There's been a lot of discussion about
target acquired, engaging. Marines
like artillery,
awaiting
specifically tubed artillery, and its range or lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Marines,
And I think, because I don't know if you like much you remember from the last one, but they used to have insane range.
Oh, artillery did?
Yeah, in the last beta.
I remember it being good. It felt right, I think.
cav is on the field.
Well, they gave it realistic ranges.
Shooting
Hmm.
position. Lab here, we're engaged.
Kiowa standing by. New flight path set.
Lab in combat, awaiting orders. Heavy cav ready to rumble. Pedal to the metal.
I'm definitely going to see choppers here responding to me shortly.
Heavy armor is on the field. Lab here, we're under fire. Abrams here, we're combat ready. Anti-aircraft standing by. Moving out. Air defense standing by. The higher they fly, the further they fall. M1 Abrams warmed up and ready to go. Abrams ready to roll.
Alright, well, I'm happy. I capped points and did as much as I could.
Flyby attack initiated.
Recon heli at your command.
Heavy armor is on the field.
Viper at your command. Setting up an attack pattern.
Oh, I got nuked.
Kiowa here.
The nuke!
Rolling.
The nuke.
Get that engine running.
Flyby attack initiated.
Heavy cavalry ready for action. Hit the gas, driver. Hit it.
If we were advancing where we should on the left and right flanks, they shouldn't have had enough points to call that in.
Marines, at your orders, sir. Get in that building. Hoorah!
I'm in too many places at once. I'm on the right flank. I was on the left flank a little bit. I'm on the center.
Kiowa copies. We got a clear shot.
Go, Kiowa, go. Hell yeah, baby.
Heading there now. Kiowa is mission ready.
Beautiful.
The Viper is in the air. Flying there. Going hot.
And they got the nuke for the memes, but what they really should have did is called out choppers here. They should have called out choppers, and then, well, then again, they wouldn't have removed those forces, but...
AH-1 standing by.
I think you need to like throw 2 or 3 games. Gotta drop that elo down.
Is in the air.
You're in the no wife, no life territory.
Heavy cap, ready to rumble.
Yeah, kind of. Like, I'm seeing a huge mixed force now in the middle. I should counter nuke that, but if I do, then, I mean, you know, what's the point? I can't make up, well, I might be able to make up 2k points from that, but then we got the territory losses at -6. We had
Yeah.
too much artillery, too much fortification, and not, like, enough of... Well, like what Red said the other day about rock, paper, scissors, where it's like the enemy's got a billion tanks on the ground, so it's like, oh, I'll call out more tanks. No, call out helicopters. You know, like, oh, I don't see any AA, but I see a million tanks. Better call out my tanks. No.
Hmm. Well, tanks just aren't. They're good, but they're not great. Like, they're very situational.
Yeah.
That's how everything is in this game. And I think that's one of the things that.
Ready to roll. Pedal to the
Oh,
metal, driver.
looks like possible another nuke on the right.
Oh, is
Inbound.
there? Oh, no, it's a cruise missile.
Oh.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
But there's no better feeling in this game than shooting down an enemy's nuke.
Copy. We take that building.
That is true. They lose 1,000 points. Actually, if you shoot that down, does that go to destruction points?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because it's technically like you're shooting ammo.
Yeah.
Get your asses in that building. Marines,
I understand.
check a leg. Squad, move out. Rock up, we're moving.
Raptor, so one little tip. By spam clicking, it's really weird. You're resetting their timer for getting out of a building.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, so if you look under,
Gross.
you see where it has like that little...
Yeah,
it'll
the
have, like-
orange.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to train myself because like from the war game days, so if
Mhm.
you spam click.
That's true. It was a
But
it was a must-have.
Double dogs here.
But I like it because there's a couple times where something pops up and it gives me a quick sec to cancel it before they actually leave the building and insta-die.
Bro, they dropped a nuke here, but then didn't go to cap the flag, man.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's one of those things. It's
Yeah, but they had all these vehicles there. Like, they were literally right there. I'm shocked that they didn't go to Kilo.
it's kind of the smart play because
No?
there's no reason for them to. Like,
Why not?
the nuke. You drop a nuke to drop.
I'm just saying,
like,
Pinto, they nuked, then they put units in that area, but the units that were in the area didn't go to cap the flag, even though they were on that road.
Oh, I didn't realize that they put units in the area.
Yeah, there were like a ton of helicopters and like VDV Typhoons and stuff there, and I was like, why didn't they were like they were moving forces into that area to recap, and then didn't cap. I was like, why? Oh, good. I've recapped Tango. All right. Wow. All right. Well, I did what I needed to. I got a 1.34. And 7,000 kills, best on the team? I did! Wow. I rarely play these games anymore, so when I do well, I surprise myself. I still have that ability.
It's a good, like,
It
hey,
feels
I'm
good,
not
man.
Terrible.
Yeah. Well, one guy on their team with a 3.15. You ready
Right,
for a
but then
game,
it dropped
Pinto?
I am.
Good. Oh, and I got the chopper medal. What is this? 50 of my kills came from choppers. Nice, dude. That feels like World in Conflict. That feels like World in Conflict.